Hello, everyone, and welcome to AMHQ Early. It is Thursday, January 21st, 2016. I'm Jen Carfagno. We are keeping our eye on what could be the biggest snowstorm across the East Coast this season. Could be the biggest in years for places like D.C. But we're going to take you first to the snow in the south will be very impactful as well. We'll see snow all the way down, potentially into North Carolina. That could come on top of ice. That could happen on Friday. Watching for freezing rain concerns from Greensboro to Charlotte. Travelers, heads up. We'll have more details and time things out for you coming up. Now, elsewhere across the country, there's other news stories to check in on. Anna Rittis, good morning.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning to you at home. We begin our coast-to-coast weather stories.
Exactly. Jonas coming their way will cause issues on the roads out there starting tomorrow. So let's talk about today, though. We're going to Indianapolis, where we did have a little snow yesterday. Today, temperatures are going up into the 20s. Will be mostly cloudy. Things are looking up for us here. So let's check out what's going on. You know, after yesterday's snow, the fact that temperatures are in the teens this morning means that we could have slick areas out there. Watching Chicago, Indy, down towards Cincinnati, where we picked up a couple of inches. We're in the teens right now, so that's going to be an issue for spots that didn't get cleared yesterday. Now, as we look at today's outlook, we're going to see clouds overspreading the area, mostly cloudy conditions, active weather from Kansas to Missouri. That's where Winter Storm Jonas will be dropping some snow today. Otherwise, we're looking fairly quiet through the rest of the Midwest. Temperatures getting up closer to average, warming up from yesterday, upper 20s for our high temperatures today across the area. So that's what's happening here in the Midwest. Let's take a look at Chicago. The story today is that we get closer to average for temperatures, and then we get to the weekend, and we're going above average. Saturday, Sunday, we're going to 38 degrees, and Monday, we're staying in the mid-30s. With Winter Storm Jonas, this is the system that yesterday brought some snow across the northern Rockies. Today, it will bring some snow into Kansas and Missouri, then into the Tennessee Valley, and then we'll track it through the mid-Atlantic and up along the eastern seaboard. We are looking for the risk of storms today, too. Severe weather in Texas, in Louisiana. It's overnight tonight in the Florida Panhandle, tomorrow in central Florida. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day. It's a day where you sort of rush everything to completion in the mid-Atlantic in terms of your preparations for the storms. We're talking about Charlottesville and D.C. and down towards Roanoke. North Carolina, be ready. You could have some icy conditions that keep you inside on Friday. Saturday, this storm moving out to sea. By Sunday, it's gone. I mean, there may be a little bit of active weather left early in the day route towards the Cape, but otherwise skies clearing, winds calming down. Look at temperatures. It's not crazy cold behind the system either, which is always, I think, an interesting note here. So you will be able to clean off that driveway and get out by Sunday. About 20 minutes past the hour, and here on AMHQ, we are your travel HQ. Anna Rittis looking at road conditions.
So Winter Storm Elias brought about, what, an inch accumulation to parts of the D.C. metro area?
Not even an inch. Not even an inch.
And
it was a mess.
A mess out on the roadways. We take a live look at Washington, D.C., Fairfax County, Virginia. On your right, temperatures are cold.
Yes, 24, 22 degrees. So anything yesterday that wasn't cleared, and you know, you can't plow a half an inch of snow really. Yeah. So certainly there's going to be some issues, I think, out there this morning with black ice. The big concern, of course, is that what's coming our way tomorrow and late tomorrow. The National Weather Service in Baltimore issuing an alert telling people that it's going to be an icy drive this morning. This is a picture from someone I know on Instagram who got into an accident overnight in Baltimore. And you can notice not a lot of accumulation on the ground. It's not
a
lot, but
it doesn't take much.
And, you know, sometimes I think that, you know, if you have a half inch of snow, it's worse because, again, you don't have the big plows out for that. And yours truly going out to be right in the middle of that. I'll be reporting from Atlantic City starting tomorrow morning, and especially Saturday morning. I'll show you what it looks like at high tide, 6:43, expecting the water to be coming up. And coastal erosion is going to be another concern here. You know, you guys have done a lot of good work on the beaches trying to restore things after Sandy. This event is going to be a significant one, creating coastal erosion, creating the coastal flooding, especially around the time of high tide. And you know, it happens to be a full moon on Saturday, and that's just going to exacerbate conditions out there. When you have full moon, you got everything all aligned, right? The sun, the moon, and earth, and that gives you extraordinarily higher than usual high tides. So let's talk about Winter Storm Jonas and the winds and tracking the very strong winds. Winds along the coastline, especially where you don't have the friction of land, could be up over 50 to 60 miles per hour. Watching the Jersey Shore very closely. That wind direction coming in from the north and northeast is going to be a significant one in terms of causing the worst impacts. The timing of that is on Saturday. By Sunday, we'll see the winds turning more around to the north. Anna Rittis.
And with the wind, the snow, and that could cause visibility issues. Millions of you are going to be seeing snow in the next few days, but take a closer look in this Winter Wonders. Meteorologist Mark Elliott explains how light and reflection make all of those brilliant white snowflakes.
One of the most
past the hour, and welcome back to AMHQ Early. Winter Storm Jonas shaping up to be quite the snowstorm across the mid-Atlantic into the Northeast this weekend. But first, we start today with the rainy and severe side of this storm. It's